So I got some good news and I have some bad news. What's up, people? So I am completing my first official week living in the shed house. I've had some ups and I've had some downs. I've had some extreme weather come through, anywhere from extreme heat from 111 plus all the way down to rainstorms coming through last night that had a lot of rain, a lot of heavy wind, and unfortunately, my shed house is already starting to leak. All right, so as y'all saw in my other video, I went back in, I sealed up all the windows. I probably spent, I don't know, maybe 2 hours doing that. And that actually worked. None of the windows actually leaked. It was just the front and the back door that leaks. And the reason being, we didn't finish putting them on all the way. Basically, I just had Jason help me take off the old ones and put those up, but we need to adjust the height on both of them, and then we need to put the hardware on. So the wind did blow the doors open, and there was just a little bit of water on the floor. I was sleeping in there that night, so I was just able to wipe it up real quick. But overall, all the other windows are holding up really well, which I'm very, very thankful for. That was one more reason why I wanted to go back in and make sure I sealed everything off. So far it's working. Like I mentioned, we did that down in Texas at our first shed house, and it worked over there, so I figured why not bring it over here and do the same thing. So anyways, I guess I'll take you in for a closer look just on the doors. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's no hardware on there, and then also, like I mentioned, the doors need to just be tilted a little bit. But you can see right here, see if I can, there we go. There's a little bit of a gap right here compared to down here on the end, so we just need to adjust it. And then up here as well, we need to put the hardware in so these doors don't stay shut completely. You can see right here, it is getting stuck, which means we just need to level it out, which is not really a huge issue at all. I just need to get some help to be able to do that. And then on the back door over there as well, it's the same thing. So that's basically a quick fix, and I'm very pleased that that was the only thing that leaked. I was pretty much spending the whole evening just looking around, looking up at the dormer area, at the transom windows. There was no leaks. I looked at the top, looked everywhere, and that was the only spot I found water was down here by the door. So speaking of the door, I've decided what I want to do here in the middle as far as wood accents. I think I'm just going to add just a couple more of these boards on this side of the window, just to give it the illusion that there is shutters on both sides. Unfortunately, from the window trim to the door trim, you're only looking at about 6 inches or so. So I can't do the full 4 sheets of wood. I just have to do just 2. So I'll put those up sometime here soon. And then I have something that I think you guys will like. I'm pretty well known for putting these on my property. Let's just say this house is gonna be lit on my next video. All right, so 2 things I learned after this storm last night that rolled through. 1, I did a good job on sealing all these windows. They did a good job sealing them on the outside. And 2, I absolutely love the way rain sounds on the metal roof. This is my first time living in a house that has a metal roof. I've wanted one for a while. I kind of regretted I didn't do it down in Texas, but just listening to all the rain hit the roof last night was very, very relaxing. And I mean, I couldn't be happier with the choice that I made with that. And I love the way it looks with all the black siding over here. And one other thing, speaking of the roof, I guess, that I thought about doing, comment down below if you want me to do this or if you think I should leave it as is. The dormer, right there on the side, there's that triangle piece that's wood there. Should I go in and fill that in with cedar like this down here, or should I just leave it black up top? I do want y'all's input, so make sure y'all comment and let me know, but I am debating on doing that while I was going to work on the front as well. So comment down below, let me know, and maybe I'll take y'all's advice. So I guess this video could pretty much just be my perspective on living in a shed. So far, like I said, it's been 1 week living up here in this shed. I've lived in the one down in Texas that we built, the 16 by 50. I had lived in that one for almost 5 years now, and I never had any issues with that. It's not the most comfortable as you're building it out, but once it's done, it feels just like a house, and I'm just starting that whole process over. I just happened to start it right in the middle of summer, and this is one of the, I guess, record-setting years in Oklahoma. From what I've heard, the last several years, this is the hottest it's been. So why not, when I first moved to Oklahoma, have it snowing and freezing? As soon as I get my building, it's summertime and we get extreme heat. So having a a full black building as well. I knew it's going to be hot until you get all the insulation stuff. If you insulate something right, you don't have to worry about it. And then, like I said, I'm going to have an awesome mini split that's going to be more than enough to power this building or to be able to keep it cool or heated. And I'm still going to go back in and spray foam everything. That's something Jason and I were actually just talking about today, figuring out which one we want to do, if we want to do the closed cell or open cell. So if you have any knowledge of that, put a comment down below. Let me know what you would think would be better to do. I am going to vent out the top as well. There's vents that go on both sides of the building, and then the rafters that go across over here, that'll be open on that half of the building. And then this half over here where the dormer is, I'm going to go ahead and add some boards going across the top as well, and probably leave about a 6-inch section at the top, so that vent can go all the way to where my bedroom is, and then I can vent it out the other side. So there'll be plenty of ventilation. And then I talked to my dad, and he was saying about adding a certain type of fan, like an exhaust type fan, that'll suck the air up and out of your vents. He said if you crack your windows and you turn that thing on, it should cool down the building as well. So I'm probably going to end up getting that as well, and also putting in a ceiling fan in here in the living room, and then also one in my bedroom. So it's just different ways to keep this place cooler, keep it vented. I know a lot of people always ask about insulating these buildings, how do you vent stuff out, and that's just my plan. So I hope it works, and we'll find out if it does. We never had any issues down in Texas with ours as far as ventilation, but we also did the pink insulation in that building, and I would much rather have spray foam than the pink insulation, just because the spray foam gets in every single nook and cranny, and it just overall I think it would just hold the heat in better and hold the cool air in as well. So whew. That's my day so far. Probably going to watch a little bit of TV. I have to run everything off those 2 power banks over here, which I have an Ocmo power bank and the Jackery power bank. The Jackery's 1,000 watt, the Ocmo's 2,000, and then I have a 3500 Predator generator out by my camper, which I have on to help charge these as well whenever the sun's not out. Like today, it's off and on sunlight. And then I have a 2,000 watt Blue Eddy inside my camper, which is keeping the mini fridge going over there. So I'm going back and forth. For the most part, I'm staying in here, living it out, and then I have to go over there if I want to get a little bit of internet service, or if I want to grab something to eat, or just fill up the generator. So when I say I'm off grid, I am off grid. For now, we will get the power, we will get electric, and once we do that, I will not claim to be off grid. I'm just basically just telling you how it is as I go along, and right now, I'm 100% off grid, and it's definitely been an experience, I'll say that. All right, so it stopped raining for a little bit. I was able to put up these shutters over here, one on each side of the door. I was only able to put 2 planks on each one just due to the gap. There's only I believe like a 5 or 6 inch gap between the trim of the door and the trim of the windows. I'm not sure if anybody pointed it out, but you can see right here, these shutters look like they hang past the windows. There is an actual black trim that goes around the windows, so I did measure everything correctly. It just looks like it's hanging down a little bit lower just because the building is the same color as the trim, but if I take you up closer, you'll be able to see why I did it. See, here's the trim right here, and then I lined it up right there. Same thing on this side. You can see that there's only just a little section of a gap right here, enough for 2 boards. I got those solar lights on there. So those 2 lights right there should light up right around the front door pretty good. And speaking of solar lights, that's something I'm kind of known for, is getting solar lights for my building. Down in Texas, my place looked like a prison. I had that place lit up so good with solar lights. I want this place to look the exact same. Whew, it is spicy out here today. But I ordered a whole bunch of solar lights on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. So that's what my next video is going to be, is lighting up this entire property. Basically, any side of this building you walk around, you're going to get lit up. I think I have enough lights to do my carport area over here as well. Just right now, as you can see, I'm not even parked in it, but I'll have that section over there lit up. And then I even picked up some bigger security motion solar lights to put up over there at Shootdang headquarters, enough to light up the barn and also light up the entire shop area over there, so that we can clearly see around the shop area. People will know that somebody lives here because they'll get lit up at night if they come on the property. And then over here, I'll be able to see if anybody's within probably, I don't know, 50 feet or so of the house. Obviously we got dogs and stuff too, but I'm very excited to get that going. It's just totally going to change the way this place looks. All the hard work I get to enjoy during the day, I'll get to enjoy it at night as well with all these lights being lit up. And then I guess the last thing I'm going to talk about for this video is the skirting itself. I know there were several comments saying that I need to vent the skirting out, put some vents on it. Yes, I can, but realistically, I've done this before on the shed to house down in Texas, and those boards do shrink up a little bit, and that's why I have them how they are. They will shrink up a little. There'll be little gaps throughout the entire section of the house. So I just want to point that out. And I'm finally able to enjoy a clean metal roof. This building, when they delivered it, oh my gosh, it's hot. When they delivered the building, it was probably a 6-mile stretch on Caliche Rock Road. So that's why the house was so dusty. Now that I have my rock driveway over here, it does cut down on the dust a lot. So I'm hoping that the building will stay clean like it is now, at least for the most part. And then once we get our water out here, all I have to do is simply hose it down or pressure wash it just to keep it clean. So those are just some things that I have planned for the future. And then after I get all my solar lights and stuff on, it'll be time to work on the inside and start framing up my bedroom and bathroom. So I'm very excited to get that going. Thank you so much to everybody who has been joining the channel, watching these videos. Make sure y'all smash that like button, as I always say. And from what I looked at my analytics, it looks like the guys are starting to catch up to the women. At one point I had 70% women, 30% men who watch my channel. Now it's I think it's 52% women, 48% men. So they're catching up. I guess the guys like more of the building stuff. And it seems like I have all my old ladies that watch as well. You guys are still watching, but I think I'm starting to get a younger crowd as well, according to my analytics. So that's kind of cool. That's something that I haven't had on my channel. It's always been an older audience. So getting a good mix of everybody. And I guess there's just a lot of people that are trying to do the whole shed to house, live tiny, try to be debt free. Nothing ever goes smooth on my videos. My battery died. So I decided 2 hours later I was going to finish up this video in the same spot. But I'm super sweaty. I was feeding all the animals. Came back over here. I wanted to say once again that most people do this stuff to get out of debt, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we have some big news down in Texas soon, and I might have to knock out some of that debt and possibly pay off this building. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.